I assume the time difference would be longer than that, but I don't have historic memory of how they handle things. Okay. Well, I will be playing in summer between an hour and 2 hours, probably. Maybe closer to 2 hours and 15 minutes, depending on when my last good run is. If not, then I will play on Thursday. Do I really want to play the game Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday? Probably. Oh, if Koishi's dropping, I guess I probably will. Good, that means if it drops later today, before, like after I stream, then on Thursday if I play some, people can sit there and already have experience with it, and tell me all the wrong decisions I'm making. I can't believe you took this card! Struggling with this non as of late. So let's get a bit more groovy with it. See? That's what I do. I don't care about not having anything leak to me. I don't really care too much. I'm not here being like, oh no, I don't want spoilers. No, 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 please. Thank you. I'm not gonna sit here and be like, no, a card doesn't affect. Oh, my life is ruined because somebody told me it. I don't care. Yeah, well, it kind of goes to show you where EOSD lies sometimes, you know. Although it also does help that Lotus Land is fresh, so it's more interesting, it's more exciting, right? Renewed spirit. You know, once you've died to the same thing for the 100th time, it'll slow down, right? Oh, that's not what you do. Things might be the least evil of the lot. Well, in terms of PC 98, there's the things usually aren't like, God, son of a bitch. Twice in a row today? But PC 98 I feel like is a slightly tame due to just like the way PC 98 plays. Now that doesn't mean it can't be batshit, partially because of the way it plays. Like there's just kind of an innate awkwardness in PC 98 sometimes. What is wrong with me? Early in the day, you know, early in the day. Gotta get the jitters out. My favorite non-spell in the game, by the way. Last 3 seconds. The most memorable part of Lotus Land to me is the game crashing. There's so much. Like, I had to rewatch that video to even remember what Kurumi did, besides her pellet shenanigans. She hit you with that random snipe. Like, all the other PC 98 games has something that really makes it stand out. Lotus Land just ends up being the one I forget about the most. Not that it's a bad game, but... yeah, when you go for some... Yep, that's the curving pellet that we know and love. Everyone's favorite part of that game. Ooh, buddy. God forbid you breathe for a second. Oh. Well, highly responsive to prayers stands out because it's highly responsive to prayers. SOEW stands out for all the wrong reasons. Like, if there's anything I remember from SOEW, it's why does this game feel the way it does? And why are there balls? Was it Stage 3's balls? They're just massive and just terrible. Pod stands out a lot because, you know, it's a Phantasmagoria type game. And Mystic Square stands out. Why did I restart on that? And Mystic Square stands out a lot because it was the last one, so it's the most fresh of them all. And Yumiko. Yeah, it does have like the most quintessential cast. Very memorable in that regard. I don't know. This is going to be an unpopular opinion per se, but Lotus Land is basically like the Perishable Nidus for me. It's like quite possibly like the most well-rounded Touhou game, but it's also like the most forgettable Touhou game in their respective eras. In my opinion. I know Imperishable Night is like the second most beloved Touhou game, so... First real Touhou game? What about SWW? I can't even convince myself about that one. SRW is perfectly fine. There's no problems with the game. Like, the balls aren't even that terrible. Oh, I did bait. As much as I die to this spell, I will always stand by. This is one of the greatest design spells in Touhou. Oh, too much hit rate. I hate this part of the stage. It's like, it just requires enough attention that you have to be focusing, but it's so boring otherwise. Like, it requires just enough attention to make you pay attention, but like not enough for it to be much else than that. Like, I love the Prisoner fight and the Lily White fight, but at least the free Lily White part's easy, so you can just, like, look away and tap right. It's fine. At least this part right here requires a lot more effort, so it doesn't fit that bill. Oh! We got crew dead, schmuck. What are you talking about? There's no problem with that game. That game is well and beloved, which is exactly why you're having trouble, because you have too many people trying to participate in playing SWW for the your frickin' Touhou Retro Festival, whatever it is, the RTF Retro Games, whatever. You have too many people trying to sign up for SWW. That's just how popular the game is. You know I said it about favorite Touhou character, but I wonder about ooh, this is not what you want to do. Fortunately, it's the blue wave, so it doesn't matter. But I wonder if you took a poll of people's least favorite Touhou game, what it would be. And before you say SWW, I don't think so, because not enough people have experience with SWW that I don't think it'd be top of the list. But if you polled people's least favorite... I wonder what we're doing. Same thing I've commented before about, like, if people voted on their least favorite Touhou character, I really wonder how that list would look. No, I'm not talking least popular. I'm talking their, like, you have to it's not what gets the least votes. This is why I commented about, like, I wonder what the list of people's least favorite character would be. It's not who, if you had to vote for it, because you can't pick based on what doesn't get votes. Because if you took the reverse list for both the characters and the game popularity contest, and then actually made, hey, vote for your least favorite, the two lists would look very different. I'm very confident saying that. One of the luckiest non-twos I've ever seen in my life. Holy moly, that was so free. That's why I say it like that, because, like, if you look at the bottom of the list of popularity, of course you're gonna see, you know, PC98 games, because that's just, like, you know, people are least likely to vote on those, right? And, you know, it's like, oh, who's near the bottom of the list? Oh, you're gonna see, you know... I don't know who's on the bottom of the list in terms of popularity character-wise. I'm not counting unnamed characters, really, or, like, characters that should be on the list. Like, okay, you're gonna find some characters like the Tatsuki's probably pretty low or some shit. But, like, if you had to vote for your least favorite, I'd really be interested to see what that list looks like. Because I'm sure that list would ruffle some feathers. And it'd be really funny because it would do that. Because you're probably seeing a character in the top 20, probably multiple, in the top 20 favorite characters, in the top 20 least favorite as well. Join party people? I'm not a party person. I don't like parties. I like hanging out with my buddies and then sitting in my room playing Touhou. And watching YouTube while I play other things. You know how it's going. It's, Oishi's probably dropping soon. That's how it's going. I realized, actually, that she was gonna potentially, like, drop later today. I might have scheduled my stream a little differently. But, alas. We'll just play, like, 4 days in a row of Lost Branch. Oh no, I'm so sad. I have to play a bunch of Lost Branch or Legend. Did you die already? Thank you. Hey, that was first try person. Wait for Alan. Yeah, have fun waiting 3 years. Okay, let me ask you this, 11. If you had to name your least favorite character, who would it be? You know, you don't have to answer the number one, but if you were like, okay, who's a character you're putting in your least favorite? I had a broke there. What the fuck is wrong with me? That didn't happen. I guess, see, now we're getting somewhere. That's all the fairies. See, this spam portion is fine. Imagine if that spam portion was instead of stage 5, or stage 6's spam portion. So much better. Yeah, because I wonder if people would be, like, opinionated enough. That was just stupid. About, you know, to actually vote for it as, like, their least favorite. You know, a lot of people are more opinionated about some of the older games, so that potentially throws some more votes there. I'd be really curious to see how it goes. Ultimately, it's a completely meaningless thing, but it's... Bullet went straight through my throat. Oh, goodness. Be my least favorite in terms of game, it would be SOEW. I wouldn't necessarily say far and away, probably. It's a bit difficult to say. but like I do stand pretty confidently saying SWW is my least favorite. The game with the most problems. I could almost argue Touhou 1, but like Touhou 1 stands out really well, so it doesn't end up being hated in my eyes. So I don't really hate Touhou 1 as much. It's so out there, it's so weird, so unique. Despite its many questionable actions. That's the one thing you don't want to do. Yeah, that's a fair point. So, like, I'll always say that, like, if I'm gonna go back to... It's like, I have a reason to go back and play every single Touhou mainline game. Now, some of them, my reason is stronger, but every single one, even SOEW, I have a motive to go back for. So theoretically, you could argue my least favorite could be something like Shoot the Bullet, but I wouldn't count that. Even then, if I'm counting Shoot the Bullet, I still think I'd put it just above SOEW. Like, even if you counted all the spin-offs, I'd still probably pick SOEW. My biggest problem with it is it has, like, the least, like, interesting parts and the most flaws. What does inoffensive mean? It means it doesn't really use that many slurs, which is actually not true. It's the game that uses the most, because Mayra hates gay people. At some point, I'll post a tier list I make in Discord. I'm not going to make one for a stream. I don't know how much I care to do that. Maybe at some point I'll put one in with a little asterisk that says prone to change at any time. SWW Extra can be almost funny. You're a good comedian. Honestly, SWW Extra is like what taints that game for me. Honestly, I probably would have that game like low, but maybe not last place if it wasn't for that extra. Oh, that here's the thing, I think I did the extra in like one day, was it? Or a day and a half, I think, something like. That extra was the most I have wanted to pull my hair out in a Touhou game. Which is what taints the game as much as possible. I don't agree on the Wily Beast and the Hidden... Not the Wily Beast and Hidden Star. On the UM and Hidden Star, but I do kind of agree on the Wily Beast. If you ignore PC 98 and I have to go to Windows era, I mean, I've already made my opinion on Touhou 19 pretty well known. But if I have to go beyond that, I would probably say Wily Beast. Hidden Star and UM are the two hardest games for me to rank. Like, by far. Well, I wouldn't say by far. So dumb shit effect charitably called the stage. Oh, it was miserable. It was pure misery. I don't know, because he dances with concepts. Oh, I just capped Yomu. God forbid we have a mechanic like Border, which is kind of inoffensive and never has to be used. No, we need fucking releases. I guess releases never have to be used, so screw me. You have to have UFOs. I feel like if so many games had, I feel like if, so many games, instead of having X system to gain lives, or X-like gimmick, if they just had the gaining life system that USD had, they'd be better. At least as a higher level shmupper. Without, I have yet to play UM without. That's what I'm that's the thing about Hidden Star and UM. I really liked a lot of the game that gets ruined to me because cards and release, in my opinion. So I'm really concerned about, so I really want to play the game without cards and without release, but the other time, you know, games are regarded as being asked without cards and release, so it makes me really curious as to how it's gonna be. Nice. Komachi? The reason I always come about EOSD's life system is because it's the most unintrusive, mechanic that any of the Windows games have. Right? Mountain of Faith has the same, thing. It's the least intrusive. Yeah, Kwakuma drops a bomb. Kwakuma and Daisei drop a bomb, and then the other two drop. And technically Sakia also drops a bomb too, but... Now, of course, that is just the opinion as a schmupper.
Oh, Yuyuko, why?
You know, as a casual player, I understand the love for these other systems. But as I am, I don't want them. Like, just give me my Wily Beast without beasts. Want to play the Yuko Nan? Gosh, the day I get to Yuko on no miss pace is the day I piss my pants on stream. Yeah, I did that again. Oops, I did it again. Oh, damn, that was so good. I was feeling so good about that one. Oh, why does it always last like a quarter of a second longer than it needs to? I swear that one lasted shorter than the previous one. What is wrong with me? I think I'm just getting to the point where I'm too lazy during Yuko during early Yuko, if it's not in the middle of a run. Is there any difference with other type with spam? Yes. Every other shot type, with maybe the exception being Reimu B, not Reimu, Sakia B, has a harder spam. I don't know if Sakia B has an easier spam, if it's the same, or if it's slightly harder. My guess it's about the same as Reimu A. But yeah, Reimu A does have either the easiest or second easiest spam. The reason is because you actually kill all the dudes on the top of the screen. You have a wide spread, and the homing will kill the dudes on the other side. So you actually kill all of them, so there will be noticeably less bullets. Which is why Marissa suffers, because, was it Mary A doesn't kill shit for fairies on this. And leaves the screen absolutely conundrum. It's one of the things that makes Reimu A debatably not the worst shot type in this game. However, as I do say, that is a debatable fact. Some people will consider it as so, some people won't. If I scream Yoma's name, she'll come quicker. Well, I don't know if we want her to come sooner. Like she should be doing that in her own time. Like, it's kind of a weird thing to do, if you ask me. I love high-quality jokes. Okay, Euchers. You can't drop a paragraph right when I start the boss. The boss is like 6 minutes long. If all goes well, I can't read it for a while. Have you ever talked about how much I love this theme? Yes, you have! Well, I'll do it again! That way don't die because Law of Mortality hitboxes are cringe.
See, I hate this special spell.
Where's LLS? Oh, you don't want to do Mystic School? You don't want to fight Yumiko? Why don't you want to go fight Yumiko? Isn't she everyone's favorite PC98 boss? Okay, well, let me ask you this: what's better to do fight, Yumiko or Rings? Like, I know Rings suck, don't get me wrong. So it might be more skill-based? Sure. I believe that. I would also argue it's more misery-based. I'll always argue that Yumiko would not be the worst thing in PC98. She's actually not even the worst thing in PC98. She would not be, like, the worst boss in that game. Or maybe she still would be, if that game was on Windows. That game played like a Windows game. With T, with its controls. She would not be nearly as AIDS. But her freaking second attack, I mean, the rest of her is kind of cringe as well, not gonna lie. But her freaking second attack and her fourth attack are are attacks that make you go, why? Oh, just time them, Alfonso. Just time them out. You don't have to enter the sector phases of them if you time them out. If I'm going for LNN, the only thing you'll ever see me time out, maybe, is Yoshika. And even that, I don't want to. Oh, I tripped myself. This is really long. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Catwalk is on the menu. I've said that before. Like, I said the only thing about Catwalk is, as of right now, I'll say I'm not skipping Catwalk. Now, I've always commented, let me wait till I'm 50 hours deep in that game, and then ask my opinion on that again. But as it stands, like, I have no... Like, I want to beat that game with Catwalk. Not the baiting you want to be doing on this attack. Turns out I am not a very good master baiter. Doesn't matter, apparently. I have a dream. That dream does not involve me skipping Catwalk. Creature? She's not a creature. She's even if she was regarded as that, she's fallen off. Tsukasa is now creature. You know, there's a song I wanted to put in the Prison River chat of this, and I cannot remember what the name of it is. Okay, I'm gonna go, like, rip some, like, runs, because I feel like it. I'm gonna pee first, though. Be back in a sec. Here I am to save the day. It's not what you shot they can do for you. No. I am full on safe spotting gang. Like, if you want to safe spot something, go for it. Like. I'm just not gonna skip a spell if I can avoid it. But if you ask me to do Kogasa's first spell, like, ethically, I will tell you to KYS, which is keep yourself safe. Keep yourself safe. I'm not double moral. I'm only single moral.
Yeah, no, because one of the difficult questions with safe spots, and yes, some of them it's a lot more obvious, but let's take the Yomu mid spell from this game on stage 6. There is a safe spot essentially for you. You go on the E, you go on the E, or you go on the N, you go on the N, then you go on the E, and then since I'm Reimu A and I kill her a little late, you have to do another wiggle to the right. If you say, oh, don't do that safe spot, one of the issues with it is, you know, you're probably going to dodge a somewhat similar, like, way. And so the question is, like, how similar of dodging is using the safe spot? I know that's an exception to the rule, because most safe spot attacks don't work like that, but certainly is one that does. Like, the only safe spot I don't use is, like, Meek Spot. And that's just because, like, I don't know Meek Spot, and as far as I know, like, the setup for Meek Spot is almost, like, as hard as just, like, doing Meek Spots. But no, don't ask me to ever do Kogasa's first spell ethically, because that spell is, especially with Reimu A, or whatever Reimu was. Actually, I think in that game it's Reimu B. I think Reimu B is homing in UFO, regardless. Or irregardless. Or no, it'll be regardless. That spell with homing is, I mean, it's ass without it, and with homing it's just unbearable. Ooh, that was a little gross. Yeah, that's fair. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if it's better for it, like, you know, the LNN long term. I'm more meant, like, as of right now, like, when I play EOC, I'm not trying Meek Spot. I don't know it. It's just a bad idea to even dare to try, because it's not an easy safe spot. It's not like, oh, just go to this spot, go to this lineup, easy peasy. Like some of them are. But here's also another, like, safe spot question that puts things in my mind. It's, like, right here. Is this a safe spot? Right here. I feel like some people would argue no, but some people might argue yes.
while skillful dodging. You see, I'm glad somebody gets it. It's just looking ahead enough on this one. I will agree with you on that one. You can skip some attacks in Touhou, and Eternal Meek is not one of those attacks that you skip, at least on Lunatic. I know, I mean, I did play against that Sakia mid-non on normal and hard before, but I don't really remember, or can't tell you much how AIDS it is on those difficulties, but on Lunatic, yeah, you get out of that non-ASAP. The reality is, it's honestly, like, I feel like more often than not a bad non. Like, it's like, oh, nice, good lineups, easy peasy. Get out of it, and then it's like, oh, here's vomit. Or, maybe not here's vomit, but here's something that's gonna make you want to vomit.
I thought that bullet was more to the right. No.
I think a single person have ever seriously advocate for skip. I don't know. I've seen some people advocate for some pretty wild things before. But yes, I did get what you mean, and I doubt that as well. Listen, some people swear by Resurrection Butterfly dodging at the bottom of the screen. Okay? I don't know how many exist, but they do exist. Then there's whatever Yuckle did during, or Yuckle-san, or whatever his name, however you pronounce that, did during TWC this last year, which, you know, he capped it and he's probably comfortable with it, so good for him, but watching that cap made me want to vomit. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing about that mid-non. It's not that bad of an attack, usually. It just sometimes pisses on your face. It's like, oh, here's a lineup for you. That makes you wonder why you play the game. But as someone who's played that attack many times, because back when I practiced Remelia for the 1cc years ago, I didn't have any practice patches or anything, so I just had to restart stage 6 over and over. So I ended up doing that attack a bunch. And, like, I mean, I could capture it plenty of times, even back then. But, like, sometimes I'm like, oh, I'm bad right now. No, it's just the game is cruel. Probably not, unless you're, maybe if you're Reimu A. Even then, probably not. Well, how bad is Reimu B's patchy, really? I don't know. If you're Marissa A, the answer is definitely no. Marissa A's patchy is ridiculous. The others open up a little bit more of an opportunity, but even then, I'd probably say no.
because most of the Prism Rivers is not that bad. It's really the Prism River final, and whatever your first set of nons are. Because Prism River first spell is always the same. It's not really that bad. It kills me sometimes, but that's just because I mess up. It's not really that bad. And then you can always force Lyrica second. So the third non, the second spell will always be the same, and those two attacks are basically free. And then their second to last spell is, I mean, it can do things, but it's a pretty tame spell. So Patchy just ends up being harder by default, more or less. Like, even Reimu A, or, like... And, like, I get it, like, what is it, Reimu B has a very... Who has the very favorable Patchy? Even with that, no. Because, like, it's not that, like, some of the easy Patchies aren't, like, the worst thing you've ever seen, because they sure aren't Marissa A. But, like, Prism River's so not ass. Comparatively. It's like the only thing that PCB has over EOSD in terms of difficulties is Stage 2, probably Stage 3, and then Spam. And that gets completely made up for by the rest of USD, so it doesn't even give it an edge in the slightest. I guess you could also say the fact that PCB is noticeably longer than USD, so it's a bit more of a marathon. Right? So, sure, but... So, I mean, that adds a level of difficulty to PCB, but... I mean, there's a reason why USD is top 3 hardest LNNs, debatably. You know, where you rank it can vary from person to person. Compared to this, which is probably bottom 5. In terms of games. Now, to be fair to Patchy's stage portion, to the stage 4 of the USD, that final sucks with Reimu A. Like, it's absolutely awful with Reimu A. Because the damage lineup you have to do is really annoying. But otherwise, most characters don't really struggle that much with that stage. And to be honest, I agree that Stage 3 as a whole is harder than in this game than it is in USD. Although I think that's marginal. I think that's very marginal. I think the only thing in this game that's, like, noticeably harder than its direct comparison in USD that's, like, noticeably harder is Chen and Spam. And those get completely offset by other parts of USD. Is this a bad laser? Sure is. Yeah, because you have Yomu, who has, I mean, Hellgod's Sword, you know, no matter who you are, you gotta respect Hellgod's Sword. Like, Hellgod's Sword is a rough attack. Like, you know, it can give you some good rolls, but a lot of attacks can give you good rolls. Like, Hellgod's Sword's a real attack. And, 3 Khans and 7 Hakus is an attack that it's not usually terrifying, but you still have to respect it, because it's a real attack. So you gotta give credit to those, but I mean, the reality of the case is the Prism Rivers harder than, you know, Patchy? Is Yuyuko harder than Patchy? And the answer to that is no. Unless you're like, maybe if you take the best Patchy. Who gets the best Patchy? Reimu A? Although Reimu A gets like driven back because it's Reimu A. If a character with more damage in USD had Reimu A's Patchy compared to Yuyuko, maybe then. Just because Yuyuko is so long. But, like, Psychic Real Hearts, yeah. I know Clown Piece is really like, oh, Clown Piece is so difficult, but like, at the top level, she still sucks, don't get me wrong, but she's not nearly the wall that Sakia, Sho, who else would I put in this list? I don't know how consistently regarded Megamu is. Mine's Tono, I know, are always awkward. Yes, wait, this is the big difference you have to note between the different people who play Touhou. Right? It's I've always said this before. Clown Piece is a very high skill floor. Clown Piece has a very high skill floor, and like specifically on normal. And that's what leads Clown Piece to being so like brutal to like the majority of Touhou players. It's because you have to be pretty good at Touhou to be able to be solid at Clown, or to be able to like handle Clown Piece. But once you can handle Clown Piece, you quickly learn that she's not that bad at the height. But like you have to be pretty damn good at Touhou to be able to do that. And most people are not lunatics who are spending hundreds, thousands of hours playing Touhou like some of us. And so there's nothing wrong with doing that, but... Or there's nothing wrong with not being an insane person. I don't know where Mai and Satono rank on the LNN category. I assume they're probably up there, but I could not say honestly for sure. Sage is probably up there, but if you look elsewhere, I mean, I guess Yumiko maybe if you count PCB, but PC98, although I don't know necessarily how that rank regardless. Yeah, well, that's the thing I always say. Yuyuko, like, Junko's a lot more inconsistent than Clown Piece, I'd argue. Mostly because of PD8, but maybe a little bit elsewhere. But again, Junko has more variability, I'd argue, and so there's more that can go right. Clown Piece's nons are very one-dimensional attacks. So to handle them, even though they still suck on Lunatic, and even amongst top players, don't get me wrong, I don't agree with the conspiracy part. I really doubt Zune was like, she's not as difficult as I want her to be, juice her up or something. But it's... What's this? Hold on.
Okay, I'm back. Why am I being messy? My mom is messaging me, so I must respond. But the big reason why Sakia is the hardest, at least at like the top end, is just because she's so inconsistent. Yeah, it's the whole RNG thing about USD, and it really shows its ugly head with Sakia, like, a lot. Just like the bouncing garbage is... Ugh. Okay, my dirt right. Bit of some awkward way through that attack, but it worked, and that's what matters. You think that's what Zune did with Lol K? He was like, Dormy's not hard enough. I doubt he was ever like this. Like, this is completely a joke, because Dormy is still not, honestly, that easy without this, but he was like, Dormy's not hard enough. Let's make her first attack even worse. Here's a little code change for you. That was a Horai and a half. Woo. Hey, perfect through stage 3. Let's go, baby. Increase the rotation of Doremi on 1 by 100%. I always forget that this part comes before the next part. I always keep thinking like the next part's what's next, but no, it's this part first. Here's another thing about the safe spot question. Is this a safe spot? Okay, Lily White, don't touch me. Oh, she touched me. That's poor. I probably should have had that dodge. You touch her? I'm not obligated to answer that question. If one could argue that, I feel like that's just the argument. The fairies are the biggest threat in this game. That was a mistake. I had set that up really poorly. Too busy talking about Lily White to notice her cousin, Lily Red. Oh well, what are you gonna do? Oh, where is my Koishi? We're going full border mode this time. Last time I did it, I got myself killed, so we're gonna do it again. Oh, that was the Windows button. Thank you, System Television, for the follow. I appreciate it. Okay, let's eat. Give me the P. Gotta get my bomb, you know, it's so important. Jen. Okay.
Okay, don't Kimatoko on me.
Bitch.
Oh.
She really just...
Oh, she really tried there. Oh.
Not even close. Okay, that was a bit sweaty. My eyes are not 100% in the game right now. My brain is not at 100% speed. Oh man, back to Alice. Okay, Alice, you're very pretty. Very pretty. Sweaty, sweaty, sweaty. I did not go to where you're supposed to on that. Second wave. What are those freaking waves, dude? Girl! I should just played aggressive earlier. I'll rip a couple more, but if not, then I'm moving to some branching.
that T. Okay, come on, cat girl. What did I say about verticality, Chen? That was a rough one. I really decided to make a couple really tight weaves instead of going a little more block to the right. Nice. Yin yang.
Girl. Okay. My chins have been kind of solid on the day. Said that jam practice slowly put in its work. Staring on a razor's edge. Don't puppeteer on me. Okay, another challenge. Don't die on Alice. Okay, don't turn me French. Please, I don't want to be French. Very nice middle lineup on that one. I appreciate it. Okay, I'm not French. I don't want to be Russian this time. Dude, she gave me some big spreads today. Okay, we are not French, and we are not Russian. Okay, Spring Kyoto dolls. It's fairly consistent, but there's always like that one or two dodges that's slightly different every time. Hold on. They have an edge.
Or is she hanging with her adults? Because they were bad. Or maybe they're just hung. His part's really hard, as you can see. It'd been really funny if I said that and then died. Okay, Lily White, don't be a bastard. Bro. Let's not do that next time. Let's not do that one next time, buddy. Ooh. I was too busy thinking about the part after this, I got ahead of myself. One step at a time. Ooh, I almost ran into that blue one. Look how angry she is. That was a really... Ah.
That was so gross. He never goes that low. Yeah. Oh well, what are you gonna do? It's gonna be it for now. Going to go branching.